This is my boy,
The Legit Q.
and we want to welcome you to another episode of Legitimate Facts,
Legitimate Facts.
where we like to say there's power in knowledge because,
Knowledge is power.
hey, let's get it going. We're going to talk about today that one word that everybody cringes over when they look at their statements. It's called
Dead.
Are you in debt? Are you trying to get out of debt? So here at Legit Q, with my boy Legit Q at Legitimate Facts, we gonna help you get out of debt.
With my boy Trey. Trey, dive in.
Let's go. So the thing about debt is this:
First step is what?
it's the need versus want. You want to determine whether you gotta have it or whether it can wait. Need versus want. That's number one. Because a lot of times we put things that are actually in the want category in the need category. So you got to be able to differentiate the two, whether you got to have it or you don't. Now, you got to have food. You got to have water. You got to have lights. And if you got children, like we do, they got to be taken care of. You feel me?
Very important.
So you have to determine whether them Jordans that you want is more important than your children eating or you eating. Now, you know what I'm saying? If you got a plan behind that, that's you.
Once again, this is generational wealth. First starting with debt.
Yeah.
And the first thing we do is dive into our needs
Mhm.
and not our wants.
hmm You know one thing, man, that I think has caught a lot of us off guard?
Which is what, Trey?
COVID-19. Bro, a lot of us we were swamped in debt before because we're pretty much, some people are probably just bouncing back from Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing you know, you being hit with COVID-19.
Mm.
The thing about debt is, if you got debt, you don't have an emergency fund,
Mm-hmm.
you messed up, bro.
So even though we go into COVID-19, what do we do to alleviate more debt?
Number one, you need to make sure that you write all your debt down,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to come up with a plan to get out of it.
Mm.
Now, for me,
Mhm.
what I like to use, I actually snowball my debt.
Mm.
What that means is you
Break it down.
take all your debts, you get your sheet of paper, put all your debts from lowest to highest.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're doing is you're putting the name of them, their due dates, and you also putting the amount that you owe on them. Now, with COVID-19, bro, depending on some companies, your company, my company, there are some things that they're doing to work with you
Mm.
and kind of help you with your debt. So, you know, my grandfather taught me this one thing. Hey, if you ain't got it, just be honest.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong with telling the person the truth.
Exactly.
But you can also say, I can put some on it,
Exactly.
you know?
So with that being said, I feel like, Trey, that first we focus on our needs. And with what Trey said, we need to come up with a spreadsheet.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it.
All right, guys. So we go from needs to spreadsheet. You guys know that I freestyle and I just write, because it's very important that we get this stuff done as a community, as a culture, and so we can exceed
And succeed.
the expectations. Moving on.
Yep.
Third, what we need to do, Trey.
3, you got your need, you got your spreadsheet. Now it's time to put in work.
Gotta put in work. Let me make it clear for them. Just don't know. Spreadsheet, guys. Spreadsheet.
And then number 3, you got to get to work. You got to get to work. So that means if you in that COVID-19 crisis,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be writing some letters and say, hey, this is my situation. I'm going to do the best I can. Maybe it's maybe $10, $15.
Need, come up with that spreadsheet. First you work, and when you work, by working, you need to contact.
Mm-hmm. Creditors.
You have to contact them, guys, and let them know this is a crisis. This is COVID-19. How can I alleviate myself from more debt? We have to take advantage.
Yeah.
Proceed.
And you have to take your time. You have to, number one, realize that it's not going to happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. You didn't make a child in a day. That baby ain't going to come in a day. But just in case it do, you got to prepare yourself.
By right. Hey.
So you can break the chain.
And come out of
Dead.
Mark me off. Guys, you tune into Legitimate Facts. You have Trey.
And this man is legit cute.
Tune in. Tune in.
Trap light, baby.